Buenos días. Bienvenido to section 2B de Pasos. La sección se llama Hay patatas fritas. Patatas fritas, you'll be able to check in your vocabulario. It means crisps or chips, French fries. So fried potatoes in some way, patatas fritas. But that's not the main focus of this actividad. Actividad número 5, just looking at my book. La actividad is focused on the word hay. Se escribe H-A-Y. But of course, la H no suena. It doesn't sound. No suena. So we say I. Don't be tempted to say a or hey or anything like that. It's I. Hay patatas fritas. You're going to escuchar los diálogos. So there's 2 really short diálogos, and you are going to notice that the word I in those 2 diálogos means is there, there is, are there, there aren't. So pause the video while you play that diálogo and just listen to it and read it. Bien. Now, there isn't much practice with the word I on that página or in esta sección. So I would like you to go back to Actividad 3, which is also on página 21, and you've got that little diálogo that we did last time, which was ¿Quieres un té? No, gracias, quiero un café. And I'd just like you to change that un poquito to say hay té. So you don't need to say is there a tea, just is there tea. We would say is there any tea, wouldn't we? So hay té, no. And then I want you to say but. And the word for but is pero. Se escribe P-E-R-O. Pero. That means but. So, hay té? No. Pero hay café. Okay? Hay té? No. Pero hay café. And just go through using all of the pictures on Actividad 3 as prompts for you to practice saying the word I. So pause the video and do that now. Muy bien. We can turn la página onto página 22 and look at Actividad 6, where we have 12, which means 12, 12 items of food vocabulario. Everything is pretty much listed on página 33, so there's your vocabulario. A couple of things I'd like to check with you. Bocadillo on that page, en esa página, bocadillo means sandwich, but really it's in the long piece of bread that you can see there, so it's not in a sandwich made with pre-molded bread, which is pan de molde, which, you know, comes like this. Those are called sandwich. So bocadillo is the long one. Okay, bocadillo. Interestingly, la boca is the mouth, so maybe hay una conexión. Es posible. Also want to mencionar that pollo is chicken when it is la carne, the meat. When it is a living animal, it is una gallina, for a hen, okay? So pollo is the meat, la carne. Now, la sugerencia is to repetir el tipo de diálogo that we had in Actividad 5 and that you just practiced with Actividad 3. Now, not looking at those words, not looking at los diálogos, can you go through? And a nice way to do it, I think, is to think about la comida, the food that you have en tu casa right now, ahora mismo. So if I was going through it and saying, ¿hay olivas? Sí, hay olivas. ¿Hay patatas fritas? Sí, hay patatas fritas. But me being vegetariana, ¿hay pollo? No, no hay pollo. So just go through and practicar ese vocabulario y este lenguaje con hay y no hay. Bien? Pause the video and do that now. Oh, one more thing, una cosa más. Careful con la pronunciación. When there's a double L, it's a y sound. So we have pollo, empanadilla, bocadillo, and when it's QU, it's a k sound. So the word for cheese is queso. Muy bien. Now, pause the video y completa actividad 6. Excelente, muy bien. Y ahora, I would like you to look at the atención box because they've got a couple of un par de frases muy útiles in there. It says, quiero una ración. What a lovely word for portion. Una ración de queso or whatever it may be. Really nice word for portion. And then quiero un bocadillo de, and then you choose your filling. And they really do sandwiches with omelette in. So es diferente. Para mí es diferente. But that's part of the joy of traveling and one of the reasons for learning un lenguaje, to try new things. Bien, and then we are on to Actividad 7 on página 22. It says read the questions, and this word read, lee, it's spelled se escribe L-E-E, lee, and each of the letter E's get a sound. So lee las preguntas, the questions. It doesn't translate las preguntas, so you need to think about what they mean. You know what como se llama means. What's he called or what's she called? Como se llama. And then we have this word for proprietor or owner, which is propietario. Now, proprietor has that R in that second place, whereas en español, propietario, it doesn't have the second R. It has the third one and the first one, but not the second one. Propietario. You know the word mujer is wife, so we have that one. ¿Qué tipo? Tipo means type. It's a strong cognate. And as you read el texto, you'll see that it's full of really strong cognates. A cognate is a word that's similar en inglés y en español. So you should be able to contestar las preguntas. And I think that contesta for answer is a funny word as well, isn't it? For answer, it sounds like you're going to argue against the questions, but it's not. It's answer. So it's a bit of a false cognate, a bit of a false friend. It looks like contest or argue, and it means answer. Contesta las preguntas. it's a good idea to make written answers for these and do full sentences just like you would if you were at school, so that you get accustomed to the using full sentences en el lenguaje. Claro, you wouldn't always do this, but it's just a form of getting accustomed to el lenguaje. So pause the video, go through the questions, go through the text and answer them in writing. Muy bien. Este es el fin de la sección 2B. It's a really short section, so if you've got un poco más tiempo para estudiar, recomiendo that you turn to página 33 and with your mobile phone or your computer, open the app that's called Quizlet, enter el vocabulario de página 33 into your Quizlet app and then play with it un poco para memorizar el vocabulario. Es una buena idea. Don't forget your learning goals, which are know how to say is there or are there, know how to say what's it called, what type of bar is it, and I'll put them all up here for you to check. And once you have memorizado your learning goals for this section, come back para estudiar sección 2C, and I'll see you there. Hasta pronto. Adiós.